Christian theology hasn't always been helpful when it's come to the environment. In the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 28, it talks about be fertile and increase and fill the earth and master it, and rule of the fish of the sea and the birds of the air and the living things that creep on the earth. This rule of dominion has been seen as a relationship of exploitation at times, to take from the earth for human purposes. It didn't help that the early Christians thought that Jesus was going to return very quickly and that there would be a new heaven and a new earth. And couple this with the Greek thinking, this separation of body and soul. The physical environment wasn't something that was necessarily very important to people. It was something that was going to pass away and was of use and disposable. But there's another strand of our theology. Again, from these Genesis stories, that reminds us that we are people of earth. The word Adam means dust man. We're not separate from creation. We are part of creation. And Jesus himself came to be part of that creation when he was incarnated as a human being. And that word rule really means a bit like kind of viceroy. We're kind of ruling, mastering on God's behalf. It's not our earth, it's his earth that we are to care for. So we have a duty to care for the earth. The earth that in the creation story God saw was very good. This is a precious gift. And so our theology really matters. How we frame our reference to what we're looking at in terms of our value for our planet. We're part of it, and it's something precious. And so in recent years, Christians have been rethinking their theology in these ways. And the Anglican Communion saw that the care of creation was one of the 5 marks of mission. It's something that we seek to take seriously as a church. Here in this huge building, it wasn't built to modern eco standards, but we do our best to kind of control our use of energy. There are solar panels on the roof here. And also as individuals, we seek to encourage people to care in what little ways they can. And it's the small differences that each individual can make that make a big difference when we put them together. So if everybody is careful to recycle what they can, if everybody thinks about their modes of transport, one of the things we've done here is encourage people to use public transport, to cycle and to walk if they possibly can. And each of us, as we begin to take our responsibility, can begin to make a difference. Because this pandemic we've been living through is in some ways a symptom, in some ways a blip compared to the damage that we're seeing to our planet. We need to hand on this precious gift in the best condition we can for future generations. And we do that as part of our Christian discipleship.